to the sense of what happened yesterday. And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. And some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters where I worked then did not pursue that line of operation because it's beyond them. The defense headquarters, actually, when you look at the defense structure of Nigeria, they lie within the policy strategic level, but basically they are operational guys. So when you have policy problem, then they cannot go beyond their masters. They can write intelligence reports and say this is what is going on. And we've seen that the present government know what is going on.
I'm sorry, is this a policy problem? I mean, the laws are clear. If someone is said to be involved in something as devious as this, the laws are clear. This person is meant to be arrested, questioned. I mean, it's quite clear. So is it a policy problem? We have the laws. So what is stopping the security agencies from actually enforcing the law, since that's what they are?
I think what is stopping them is like when you are a member of a church and your pastor have decided to be at a certain level of spiritualism and you're a member of that church. You cannot be higher than your pastor spiritually. You can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense headquarters cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. They cannot.
No matter how small, little
they cannot. So when the Yar'Adua government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with the solution to the problem. Then the problem was Niger Delta. The president was Yar'Adua. He was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted our operation under Yar'Adua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it. because of tribal and religious sentiments.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Sopeto Kano jet because of, the insecurity situation. They have the president that has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to sort this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yar'Adua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. When I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The Chief of Naval Staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
Assuming but not conceding that, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because we did, normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle. Okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should the government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't the government do that? Those people that are going to harass cadets and officers in NDA, they live around the place. I know NDA very well. I was in Georgia, I was in NDA as young officers, and I know the area very well. They live around the place. So why can't you put up a blimp that can see what they are doing in real time and eliminate them? Why won't you do that?
In fact, there were more details saying that some persons slept up, but we'll come to that hopefully. Markwe has got some questions for you. Markwe, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Chamberlain. Much as we're looking at it looks like we're looking at the remote causes. The immediate causes, I think, is what is worrying a lot of people in terms of the significance of the attack. For some people, they're wondering, what do you think were the bandits trying to pass home a message when they chose the National Defense Academy as the area of the attack? I mean, as the area they decide to attack? Because normally people know that military installations, for instance, if you were to, I mean, you've talked about how the military institutions are usually open to the public on Fridays. There'll be questions as to this attack did not happen on a Friday, it happened on a Tuesday. So the guards were supposed to have been up. So there'll be questions as to what happened, how was the perimeter breached, what about the guards that are usually mounted on, watchtowers, what were they doing? Were they asleep? There'll be areas where there are CCTV cameras. What happened in those areas as well? There are huge questions around around that. And then the significance, what gave these bandits the audacity, the temerity to be able to say, this is going to be the area we want to attack today? Do you have any questions roaming in your head in terms of, what were they trying to really achieve beyond? Because some people say this is not about ransom. Maybe they want to take a ransom, yes, maybe. But it looks like they were trying to send home a message.
Yeah, thank you, Markwe. You just got it right. They just want to send a message. And this is what terrorists do. And what the Buhari government should do is to tag these people as terrorists. What they want to do is to send a message to create fear and to show the military that we can come for you and there's nothing you can do. You may not know, I don't know whether it's out in the news, that the major has been killed. Belongs to some groups, and I know about 3 hours ago his body was found. He has been killed. So it's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to Markwe that she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens. And they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians.
So if I could follow up on that quickly.
Please go ahead.
This part of what you just spoke about now, the security agencies gleaned this from those who they arrested over time. Saying this is the intention.
Absolutely. The intention of it's on the internet. So it's not even about the people we interrogated. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. Because it is the DIA that conducted the operations that arrested these sponsors. So they know them. Why is the government, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces?
The general area of Afaka, where where the NDA is cited, is no stranger to this sort of attacks. Before now, I mean, a few other institutions around the Defense Academy have also been attacked. Talking about the Institute of
the ICB, if you in the normal camera phone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 31st day of October 2024. Tata Bobo Chafo, being Thursday. I hereby welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed, this sacred, this holy platform where we preach the gospel of emancipation, genuine emancipation, not flag independence. We preach the gospel of both physical and mental emancipation, because you cannot emancipate fully physically without, first of all, mentally or being mentally emancipated. Therefore, draw nearer to your listening devices. Here on Radio Biafra is where we preach the gospel of liberation. This is an awakening radio. This is a revolutionary radio. What we preach here, you can never hear it in the mainstream media. We are highly unorthodox. We say it as it is, and we do it in our own way. That is who we are. We are Biafrans. Therefore, we are live and direct. Today is the 31st day of October 2024. Tata Bobo Chafo. You can be listening via our our CHK 102.1 on FM in different parts of Biafra land, 102.1 FM. Also, we are on satellite, free to air satellite. You can look up for Radio Biafra London and you'll be hearing this message of emancipation. Also, you can go on our homepage www.ipob.org. There you can see Radio Biafra London live broadcast, and you click there, you'll be listening. You can also do another thing or one other thing by donating to IPOB. No amount is too small, yes. But remember, no amount is also too big. I've been saying it. You can give $1 million, €1 million, $500,000. You can give any amount. It is not, we are not, we don't reject it. Because we have Biafrans that can do this. You need to support what we are doing. Because Nigeria is touching everybody. What we are doing is fighting colonialism. Imperialism is the restoration of Biafra, is the fight to be set free from the European superiority complex, the European colonialism tendency. That is what we are fighting. Because they program this world in a way for us to believe, to accept that they are superior to us. These people are smart. They programmed the world in a way that you see a white man, you feel that, oh, an European is superior. That is, they worked hard for centuries, if not millennium, in order to set this up. And you know where they get us deeply? Through religion. Once something is embedded to the extent colonialism goes into religion, finish. Once you are colonized mentally, the colonization is complete. Have you get what I'm saying? That is what we are fighting. For people to understand that the restoration of Biafra, or the fight to restore Biafra, which we are in, it is not on a bed of roses. Do you know what it means to break international law? Nigeria, to break international charter, international law. in order to rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know what it means? And remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, and he was in Kenya with British passports. He entered Kenya on British passport. Do you know what it means? And everything, Britain played it low. Britain gave a thumb up, go ahead, order, go and do it. With the assistance of their M16, Mossad, CIA, and others. And they swept it under the carpet. Do you know what it means? It tells you the type of war we are in. That is why we need to make use of our brain. And you need to support what we are doing. In one way or the other. You must. You must and you should. Because it is the right thing to do. Unless you want us to capsize, to be slaves forever. War against colonialism, it is a heavy, tedious war. The biggest, monstrous war. That is what we are in. As President Traore of Burkina Faso put it. Let me play it a bit. Fighting against imperialism is the highest fight. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That is the reality. Do you know, almost every week, President Traore of Burkina Faso is, overcoming mutiny, assassination, military coup. For you to understand the forces he is fighting. That is the same way we are in. The same thing we are fighting. But you might not understand. You might not understand because we are ordinary men. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a military officer. The restoration of Biafra is deep. Do you know the type of people, peculiar people we are? Ndebo Biafrans. We are not supposed to suffer before God and man. With the wealth in our head, that is the brain we have naturally, natural inventors we are, natural scientists we are, and lo and behold, we are being humiliated to the worst, to the lowest of low. Doesn't this touch you, oh ye Igbo man? Doesn't it touch you? Doesn't it make you, give you a sleepless night? We are scattered all around the world, and you think it's a credit? They use religion, made it to be a miracle. Oh, you have American visa. Praise the Lord. This is evil. Is what the religion is part of that colonial weapon which they are using. Is it? That is it. They pacified us. They made us to accept our fate. To accept the mess we are in with joy. The joy of the Lord. Do you see? That is, these people, they carved out everything, planned it to be perfect, so that we'll be subdued forever. But here we are, trying to remove ourselves from this dustbin of slavery. So, why won't you be part of this? Why won't you support this effort? It does not mean that you have to be a registered member of IPOB anywhere you. No. As a Biafran, as a supporter of liberation, anywhere you are, you have to support what you are doing in one way or the other. Either through finance, through your finance, because it is the right thing to do. Because we are fighting a very monstrous, tedious war. A war, I say, I give you example, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in going to 4 years in the Nigerian DSS, and Britain is playing paper tiger. Nigeria. Imagine that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is serving their interests. My goodness me, Nigeria cannot do any. That is, Nigeria will be under heavy sanction. There will be war even. Who are you? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu serving the interests of Britain, and Nigeria touch him. No, it's impossible now. But he is serving the interests of the people. He is serving the interests of his people. He is serving our interests. And Britain see it as a threat. They saw him as a threat, opening people's eyes. You know, they fear somebody that opens, when you expose the secrets, their secrets, they are afraid of you. They see you as a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon. You know what a Swedish social scientist, either a Norwegian or a Swedish social scientist, told Chino Achebe. He said, the way you reason, if we have black people, 2, 3 more people like that reasons like you, we white men, we Europeans, we are in trouble. He told him direct, point blank range. He told him directly, the way you reason, if we have 2 Africans, more of you, reasoning exactly the same way you reason, that we Europeans, we are in a great danger, because they are living well in Europe. They are, everything is, they are living fine. They are living off us. They are sucking our blood to live fine. Jack Chirac said in 1988, the former president, I think he is dead, former French president, he said that France, if not for Africa, if not for what they are looting in Africa, that France will be a third world country, even worse. So, do you think that they can let go freely? They carved out everything, including their religion, to give us Bible, to have faith. That whereas they are doing the doing, but they put us into faith to believe that they come to save us after killing humanity for thousands of years by the Europeans, after destroying different parts of the world, after invading and colonizing everywhere in the world. Now, to launder their message, their image, to launder their image, they give you Bible. They give everybody Bible. Say, yeah, they are saints. You don't have a Saint Chamamua, no, of China. You don't have a Saint Modi, maybe an Indian. No. You don't have a Bangladeshi as a saint, according to them. You don't have Saint Okafo. You don't have a Saint Rotimi. No. All of a sudden, those that killed us, they are now saints that we are going to live in heaven with them. Don't you think that there is something terribly sinister? It's a program. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? People that committed atrocities and continue to commit it, all of a sudden they launder, in order to launder their image. Now they push the religion that they are now sent to save us. They come to save us. You have to pray with their name as a saints. Hey, I honestly, these people are wise. This is the extent of what awakening can do. They are smart, and that is that awakening we are rising up on. Are you hearing me? Because they believe that once our eyes are open, they will lose many things. Look at our land in Biafra land. Look at the insecurity they are bringing. They exported to our land, to us in Biafra land. Do you see the insecurity? Kidnapping, all of a sudden everywhere, gunmen, this and that, and they are using it to tag against IPOB falsely. All these things in order for our land to be militarized, so that they can connect the pipe, which is it Vodafone, which they have laid, because they cut off with Russian oil and gas, and they are desperate. That is why they imported, insecurity in our land, in Biafra land, in order to achieve their motive. But we must continue fighting. This is why you see this media warfare, this media war. The order has been dished out, as we may know, that as a Biafran, we should fight, invade any social media or any mainstream media that is talking anything against IPOB. We should invasion, like locusts. We are in a war, but in a different way, because we are fighting colonialism. We are fighting imperialism. It's not an easy fight. When you hear that, England, they are paying weekly, they are paying salary very well, they are living fine. There are people that they are sucking from everywhere around the world, including Biafrans. They are sucking us in order to live well. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That somebody buterike una enwronye lose rike. That is the world. That is it. So let me play what the current head of state of Burkina Faso, a young man, a revolutionist. Listen to what he got to say.
Like those who think about their people. The other thing is the maintenance of bad governance. As I told you, the imperialists don't like those who think about their people.
The imperialists don't like those who think about their people. Do you get it? They don't like those who think about their people. Because those that think about if you start thinking about their people now, they cannot get you. You will not be profitable to them, for them to use you to steal.
Because you have to maintain the people in domination, in this poverty, in this situation of fragility, to assist them permanently.
Because the mindset of the colonialists, the imperialists, is to maintain people in abject poverty, so that you'll be seeing them as helpers forever. You'll be coming to them. As Tinubu is going borrow money, World Bank will tell him what to do in order to let me ask you, how do you ever hear World Bank instructing Japanese government? Or do you ever hear that? They put you into penury. That is imperialism. Europe, the West, they will put you into abject poverty with their policies, and now they come as your savior. And that is exactly what Adolf Hitler said. He said that is how to rule the people. Ruling. You make the people become vulnerable, just like a chicken. When you remove the feathers of a chicken, you pluck all the feathers, and the chicken becomes vulnerable. The chicken is always in pain. Now you go and bring few pieces of feed, chicken feed, or this thing, corn, and be throwing to the chicken. One, the chicken will take you as his savior. Without you, he cannot survive. Without understanding that you are the person that put him into that vulnerable situation in the first place. That is what the imperialists want. And that is why they will be giving the whole wrong advices. Oh, this and that. No. This is how they will be instructing, ordering the president, like President Tinubu. Oh, no, IMF said, no, you have to remove a subsidy. No, you have to increase taxes. You have to, for you to stabilize. They don't want you to go, down to understand the problem. They will cause you the pains and want to come as your savior. The same thing they did. Don't you? It's becoming clearer. In religion, they did the same thing. They caused us pains, invaded us, and killed and raped our people. They bought us with money, and they slaughtered our people. Now at the end, now they came as saviors. They brought a savior to us. This savior has disciples, and we are. Look at Peter. Look at Zacchaeus. They mention Europeans. All of them, they are our savior. So you have to pray with them. They launder their image. They push us to believe, to accept that they are our saviors. Whereas they first of all caused our pains. Can't you understand? Oh, ye black people, this UG. Is it to break our skulls and pour in all this information? Is it only what is remaining? Can't we understand? That is the extent of what we are fighting, for you to understand. For people that always, what is the leadership doing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When you look at some of these people, you say, no, this is ignorance. They don't understand the situation. They don't understand the magnanimity of the fight we are in. Mazi Jonathan used to say, do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just ordinary police station? You go and bail him. Is that what you are thinking? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rendition is an international conspiracy involving Britain and many other Western countries. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Involving mostly Britain and many other Western countries, because they want to hold us forever. They thought that by renditioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB will collapse, and they saw that we are waxing stronger. Now what they did, they unleashed criminality in order to blackmail IPOB with criminality. It didn't work. Now they are going on direct staining, blackmailing, misinformation concerning IPOB. They are giving fake information about IPOB, mixing up everything in order to confuse people. That is what we are in. For your information, the fight we are in is not a small boy fight. It's a very huge fight. President Traore of Burkina Faso is on our own boy every day. Every day he is trying to, stay alive. Are you hearing what I'm saying? His predecessor, the revolutionist Sankara, he came under 4 years. He did miracle, man-made miracle that we can do it. Even this man said it, Traore. He said, all those systems, all those situations you have in Europe, we are enjoying, that we have them in Africa. And we have the brain to do it. But it is the policy, the European policy, they are on top of us that we can never breathe. Putting on the worst legacies and policies by the government, because they are in charge of those that are in charge of us. They are in charge of Tinubu. Now Tinubu is giving orders, but the orders is given is from them. Listen to Traore.
And every time you believe that it is not, it has to be them who help you. Otherwise, you can't get by.
They are always the people helping. They give you, because in Africa they have they have free hand to interfere in everything we are doing. Because they are in charge. They are the people through this their devilish so-called democracy, which they impose on us. They are in charge of the presidents, the politicians that are in charge of us. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you hear what that Olunwemi, the clip I played before, the former naval chief, and Kunle Oluwami, a shadow man, an intelligence officer, high-ranking official. Do you know what he says? He said that they don't care whether Nigeria is running aground or economically otherwise or security-wise. That is not their problem. Their first problem, priority is to first of all Islamize Nigeria. And it is happening. That is why they unleash Fulani headsmen. They have bandits at hand. Boko Haram is everywhere. And now their political wing is pressing for involvement, expansion, or definition of Sharia in Nigerian constitution. Sharia is already there, but they want to expand it so that some privileges or citizens' rights that you have to get, they will do it based on whether if you're a Muslim. Yes, now they'll give you that full right. If you are not, they will now discriminate. That is what it means. But do you see the so-called non-Muslims or Christians talking about it? In a way it should be. Do you see that the Jews are coming together and saying, no, let us defend our faith? No. They are interested in the tithes they can get. They are interested in building canal land and getting private hangar, aerodrome. That is what matters. Each and every one of them is interested in it, so they don't care, because they are fake. Tomorrow, you that take religion, enter Christianity with all your heart, thinking that it is true. All those people on top, those the other idiot, tomorrow anything happen, they run. If it is to go and convert, they don't care. They convert and start talking, saying another thing, talking Allah Akbar. They leave you there. Not Do you think that they take all this thing serious? They know it's to extort money, and to live fine, to live big and live fine in this world. It is only you that take it as serious. It's you as an ignoramus that take it as I know it's serious, it's genuine. No. All those that they know what they are doing. They know that all these things are fake and nonsense. So they have to that's why they are profiting the highest. All those bishops and reverend fathers. That's why when they kidnap them, to send them, if it's true, to send them to heaven, they will say, no, don't pay anything, don't worry. I know my Redeemer liveth. Let me go. If they want, I'm going to a better place. But they say, no, I better go. A 70-something-year-old man start begging for money. Pay, let me be alive. They know, because they know that all these things they are that is nonsense. It's fake. It's just nonsense. They know. So they profit. They exploit anything. Use it to exploit you. That is it. This is the reality. So we need to remove we need to open up. We need to come up more in our fight, because we are fighting a very tedious war. Do you know that guy, I saw it on Mazi Jonathan Chinedu's timeline. That Abianot, the guy that Alex Ikweche, or representing Abianot, the guy that slapped the boat driver. Do you know that he converted to Islam secretly? His name is Abdul Karim. Do you know that? But he will come to harvest, come to bazaar, come to church every time. All of them, most Igbo politicians you are seeing, they are. You think that they are with you as Christians? No. In order to go up in political hierarchy in Nigeria, you will secretly go and bow down to Ottoman Fodio. That is it. Is the dominant species. This is what Britain carved out, because Britain they knew right from beginning that, look, this Ahmad Bello, he is not interested in development. What matters to him is controlling as Islam. making once Islam, give him Islam and he will be drunk. He don't care whatever you are stealing. He don't care. Because, you know, that is why Britain made sure to convince Ahmad Bello to remain in Nigeria. Because they are the conduit, the secret hook through which they enter into Nigeria and be sucking everything dry. That is not for you. They are drunk with the religion. Give them religion and Islam. You know, you're okay. Take anything you want. Because conquest is in their blood. That is who they are. So that albino, his name is Abdul Karim. He went secretly and converted. But you are still calling him a Lex. I'm telling you. After you be defending him, talking that you have a representative. Look at them, all of them. Look at them. Just look at them. Once they reach to some kind of political level in Nigeria, they will open the book of Revelation to them. Do you want to go further? This is where you have to follow. You first of all convert and now belong. And once they convert as Igbos, they put them, they make them drink some things whereby I call it advanced poison. They have the antidote. So that any time you start opposing them or say no to them, they know where to touch and you will go. You will die. I'm telling you. That's what I believe. I know that. Because it is not ordinary what they are doing. What is happening is not ordinary. So, this man, he said something. He said the problem in Nigeria is religion. And Britain know this. They know that once you give these people, allow them free hand, because they are drunk with Islam. They are drunk. They don't care about development. Look at Almajiris everywhere. Millions of Almajiris everywhere in the north. And they want to push it down to us. You know what it means? They are complete obedient slaves. People that they don't even, most of them don't know their father and their mother. Street children. And you think that Nigeria will be okay? I saw on social media how is it in Oyo or Ondo, how Yoruba task force, they set off task force in order to be catching the little children that don't want to go to school. They are now being on the road, they want to be abro, they are causing nuisance and armed robbers and everything. They started catching them, which is good. But they are exporting insecurity in our land. Are you hearing me? You know, our people should understand that, look, our enemies are looking for willing tools. You can be tools in the hands of our enemies without even knowing it. Therefore, say no to insecurity. When you are kidnapping your fellow Igbo man, your fellow Biafran, asking for ransom or killing the person, you are doing the will of our enemies. That is what they want. It might not be necessarily that they send you, no. But they know that you have that tendency is what you are doing. So they close eyes and even they wish that you continue. That is they support you passively because of the greed you have. So that our land, which has been a very peaceful land, they ignite insecurity everywhere, kidnapping, killing, all types of insecurity. And they will be tagging everything to IPOB. You don't know what you are doing. It is high time you be wise. It is high time we be wise. And social media, media warfare has been activated. For your information, as an IPOB member, you must be up and doing. That is how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trained us. We must be everywhere. Any platform that is anti-IPOB, be it TVC News, be it these radio stations in Lagos or in Owerri or anywhere, we invade there. You always appear now. Any WhatsApp group, you tell them saying, "Let us invade this place." Oh, that's all they do. You bring consciousness and say, "No, more na go here, more na go here." Now they are talking against IPOB. The whole everybody will invade there. We make them. Don't you see how we used to work? We made the BBC make mistake. I used to say it with pride. We call them to the extent they become tired. When they receive hundreds of thousands of calls, if not millions of calls. That time I called more than 10 times. The BBC, what you are doing? That is who we are. IPOB treatment, have we forgotten? Or do we think that the war is over? If we ever fail, look at 1970, the failure of 1970. Look at what we are suffering today. After half a century, after 50 something or 50 years, look at where we are, groaning. If we fail now, in the next 50 years, that is generation that time. I'm telling you. Because Nigeria. For we being in this Nigeria. Let me play this in a bit. I mean Thomas Sankara incarnate Traore.
This is the discourse that is spread every day. And so we need leaders who make this policy, that arranges them. When we come and make you sign certain conventions, we promise you percentages for several years. Anyway, you as a leader, and then maybe your own, you are good. But what about the people? This is what we refuse. We refuse, and we are not in this logic.
The main trend in the politics of most African states is the desire to maintain friendly relations with all countries. Can you improve relations with France? What should France do to make Burkina Faso its friend again?
Anyway, we are not enemies with the French people. It is the policy of those who rule France that poses problems in Africa. As long as a state is not in a period of slavery, there is no problem. But as long as there is this ideology, there will be problems. We have to accept to look at each other as equals. This is a basic principle. There must be respect. As long as there is not this respect, it will be a problem. We have to accept to look at all our cooperation. Because since the independence of the 60s, we have given independence. We may have placed people that we control at the head of some states. We have led people to sign a lot of agreements, a lot of things that prevent us from developing. And when we say develop, the first thing for us is to be able to feed the people and put them in safety. Everything that is in Europe or elsewhere, we can have it here. We don't lack anything. We have all the raw materials, we have everything on site. And we also have the intelligence to transform, to do a lot of things. So people have to understand and look at each other as equals and respect each other. If people are ready to release everything, we are denouncing NA1.
Everything you have in Europe, you have it in Africa, including the intelligence, in order to transform raw materials. But they put up a system that makes us dwarf us forever, so that we now be running to their country to be saved. We now be running to their country to work hard and be, sending money to build house, to build mansions. Something we should have been getting right from our home. Don't you reason sometimes why is it so? Don't you reason? They hold in Akbamo. That's why. Otherwise, why can't? Okay. They steal everything we have. The exploiters, the crude oil terminal in our land, the loading. There is no meter. Shell take as they can, as they want, every day. Maybe they take 5 million barrels and declare that it is 1.5. How do who will you question? Even they have mortgaged our crude oil in order to borrow money, which half of the money enters into the politicians' pockets. And all those things, they will put it back, bank it back, and invest it back in the Western countries. So, it's a cycle upon cycle upon cycle of poverty they put us. That is busy doing nothing. Busy doing nothing. The worst part of it is that the people are not, wise enough. They are not awakened enough in order to understand this phenomenon. That is what Radio Biafra is revealing. Because the highest thing you can do to the people is to reveal the secrets, so that now they take charge of their destiny. They take back who they are. That is the only thing. That is why they hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they hate the IPOB. Because we are revealing, we are revealing the secrets with which they use in holding us hostage. Why is it that it's only, when you go out, you walk? You cannot be a teacher in Nigeria and build a good house. It's impossible in Nigeria. It's impossible. But you go to England and be doing a caregiver. Now and you use it to build mansion in Nigeria, in your hometown. But these people, their source of income mostly is what they are stealing from us. Now we go, they are paying us normal, everything normal. That is why we are able to build the houses in our land. Why couldn't we have done it directly from our place? Why? Because of the system. Because there are complexities they put, which could not be understood by ordinary mindset. And that is what we expose here, so that we understand that we have a look at Dangote's refinery. He built his private refinery. It becomes a political issue, Nigeria. Whereas Nigeria have their own government, their own public refineries, and they cannot manage it. Don't you see that there is something terribly wrong? It become a news that, Dangote is buying crude oil with naira, no more with dollar. It's a very big achievement. So you see that there are some things they put there. We are not independent. We are still highly dependent. Only that it is the worst form of dependency we are in. Because when you look at who is holding you don't see. You see Tinubu as your president. So you don't see Kestema as your president or Queen of England. You don't see him ruling, You say no, they are in England, but we are here. So you are holding Tinubu responsible. You don't know that Tinubu is answerable, is being used as a marionette by the colonialists, the imperialists, Britain and others. That's why Tinubu didn't have when campaigning, he didn't have blueprints, no plan. What are you going to do? He don't even answer you. Did he attend any presidential debate during the campaign 2022, 2023? Did he attend any presidential debate? Tell me. He didn't. He said it's his turn to rule. That is his campaign in Nigeria. It's his turn after Tinubu Nahim. So how go a line? Maybe after him, after 8 years after him, they have put another person is waiting. That is how Nigeria is being programmed. Why can't you ask questions? What is the solution? What do we do? Because we are in danger. You must go outside in order to make ends meet. You must travel out of Nigeria in order to build a house. Unless in Nigeria you enter as a politician. Or you have contact as oil dealer. That is Isoneri. Isoneri. That is our slogan. Isoneri. You don't know that this is the worst thing that can happen to us. They don't care about building human capabilities. They don't. In Nigeria, that is not in the agenda. If you tell an average Nigerian, you say, what is our main natural resources? He will tell you we have crude oil, we have gas. He will mention every other thing except human resources. No, and that is call a Japanese, ask him, what is your natural resources? Your number one natural resource? Our brain is our natural resource. The main natural resource. Nigeria, 200 and something million. They cannot manufacture ordinary telephone. They don't have brands they are manufacturing to the world. Instead, they bring into Toyota. Mercedes, you buy Mercedes years ago in Eco. You don't know that these are things people manufacture. As I'm talking to you, inside us, you are inside the Biafra land or inside the wider Nigerian zoo in Lagos. You are listening to me in your sitting room or in your parlor or in your house. Just check everything around you, including your car. How many are being manufactured in Nigeria? Including your bureau, your telephone, books, your laptop or your desktop, everything inside your house. You are hearing me, you are listening to me. Watch everything and count. Even waterproof, clothes, everything. How many of these are manufactured in Nigeria? You will see that if there is any, it will be less than 1%. And you are clamoring for equality. Before we can start manufacturing, there are hurdles. There are hurdles to cross. Because the way we are in it is not natural. They positioned us in this way so that we cannot be productive. So that we see the brains we have as a jara. You know, you don't even know that you have brain. The brain you have is for wine. Or look for money for your private use. That is the only brain you have, nothing more. Then go church. These are the only thing in your brain. But normally our brain should be the number one natural resource we have. But they prohibit the Nigerian government developing these brains. They prohibit them. Instead, Bill Gates is bringing GMO in order to harvest our organs. Our ladies, our girls are, selling their eggs, their women eggs, female eggs, for 150,000 naira. That is what they want. Harvesting us as raw material. Have you asked yourself? I've made this assertion several times. Have you asked yourself why the Bight of Biafra, the original name which the Europeans give to that our land, our side, was Slave Coast? If you try to think profoundly about that thing, you will revolutionize yourself. You will change. Why up the name Gold Coast, the place we call Ghana today, which has nothing to do with the original Ghana Empire. Then the place we call Ghana today, it was called Gold Coast. Liberia, Sierra Leone, it was called the Pepe Coast. Ivory Coast, which is Cote d'Ivoire, is still there till today. Have ivory, full of elephants, ivory. So, but when they come to our side, they name it Slave Coast. Why? It's the place for the cheapest Homo sapiens. We are with one snap. You buy, somebody will start selling his brothers very cheap. Our place was very cheap place, the cheapest. When they introduce, grade in our land. So our people become very cheap. With one matches, one white man will give to the warrant chief. He will send kidnappers to kidnap his kinsmen to bring to say to white man to pay for the matches, one box of matches or one mirror. That is why they say, this place is very cheap. It's slave coast. The Bite of Biafra. Go and make your researches. Called the slave coast. And we are still exhibiting this greed till death. Why? We need to change. Change starts from me. That is only what we are preaching. So that we advance. Without it, we cannot. We go nowhere. Without this changing, fundamental changes, we go nowhere. Let me tell you. That is what IPOB, what Radio Biafra is preaching. Are you hearing me? Now, let me go to some news headlines anyway. Okay. You see what is happening in our land. Okay. The power of a state governor. Okay. There is something I want to read a bit. As Nyesom Wike collaborated with the court in Abuja to stop, the court. When our people are fighting against themselves, they fight. They don't care. You see, Wike. How I wish he become presidential candidate facing a northerner, a westerner. Let me see how he will fight. You see, Wike. That is our people who Kenulu. What is happening? It is part of foreign influence. I say I will give this submission in one of these days. The danger of foreign influence in our governance is very dangerous. Our people, they know how to fight their brother to die, to death. It's one of the reasons why Europeans call our land slave coast. Because we know how to deal with our own. We know how to fight to death against our own. And that's why we sell our own people. Once we have a foreign backing, somebody backing us as a stranger, you fight to finish with your brother. Either he kill you or you kill him. You cannot come and say, okay, let us settle our difference. Let us settle our difference. People are watching us. Let us behave. No, Igbo Biafra man. No. They are ready to fight to show their force. Now we get to show that this guy, because he refused him for him he put him there so that he will be giving him returns as they used to do, godfather, as a godfather. I remember when Ojo Zokalo insulted Baribe that I picked you up from dustbin. That is how. Because they want you to be submissive even at the detriment of what you are doing, at the detriment of the people. They don't care. This godfatherism. Now, he's in Abuja. When our people are doing something, they believe that they think that the power they have will last forever. Good luck, Jonathan. In 2015, he calmed down when fighting with a foreigner, when fighting with Buhari. He said, "Oh no, my political Nigerian blood of Nigerians does not merit my political ambition." I used to refer to this phrase all the time. because it means a lot. When it comes to fighting outsiders, you become weak. You chill out. Say no. The blood of Nigerians does not. Does not merit, or my political ambition does not merit the blood of Nigerians. I congratulated Buhari even without a conclusive result announced. Oh, they see him as gentle. Imagine that place, the opponent is not Buhari, but it's an Igbo man like him, or is a German like him. Hey, that is how our people behave, and is a primitive character. I used to say this. People do not understand why I used to use this word primitivity. When you study about primitive animals are animals that consume, eat themselves, because it is against the law of nature for an animal to eat itself, because you deplete your number. So it is only primitive animals can eat themselves, and they can eat themselves into extinction. That is primitivity. That is why I used to call our people, because we fight to the last. We fight ourselves bad. We don't think we kill ourselves. We fight. These are the things IPOB has come to correct, because it was not natural to us. I am telling you, something happened somewhere, and our people started this open greed. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So we can use his Abuja connection in order to obtain court decision that no more allocation to River State. Because he want to show him that they don't care how many people are dying in River State. That is not their problem. They are now the blood of their people, our people in River State. Let me call it in Iguacha in River State. It merit their political ambition. But had it been that it is in the center, in Abuja, maybe Wike is fighting against maybe a Yoruba person. No, he will not fight that. He will say, no. I'm a gentleman. I concur. I congratulate him. He win. Because blood of Nigerians does not merit my political ambition. That is how bad it is. So, in this case, as Wike collaborated with the courts in Abuja to stop River State allocations, in return, Governor Sim Fubara of River State shuts down NNPC and all oil companies in River State, declares no allocation for River State, no oil for Nigeria. In a bold move, River State Governor Sim Fubara has ordered the shutdown of NNPC and all oil companies operating in River State, declaring that without federal allocation for River State, there will be no oil for Nigeria. Within minutes of the shutdown, Nigeria dropped in the global oil production ranking from 4th to 24th. Governor Fubara has openly challenged Minister Nyesom Wike and President Bola Tinubu to take action against this stance and see Nigeria boil. That is how things are supposed to go. Okay, you don't want allocation. That oil that come from our land, you don't want to give me even the crumb you are giving me, and you continue taking. Don't you see that this is what activated the declaration of Biafra? It's one of the main things. In 1967, Gowon refused to send money, to give money to Juku to run east. He refused. And whereas our oil, Nigerian money comes from our side. He said, okay, we block here now. Let us see who will block here. That is it. So sometimes you see that Nigeria, they are stupid. I am telling you honestly, they are very stupid. They just want to problem. And who are they using? Our own people. We can Olo. Or Dikenulo. I support Fubara in what he's doing, so that there will be no oil. No oil. Okay, they don't want to give allocation to River State, right? Okay. No oil now. Come and take oil. That is play. That is how things used to be. So We must understand the dynamics of things. We must understand it. Let me just read one or two news headlines before I open the lines. You see, you heard the voice of Traore, the reincarnate of Thomas Sankara. Do you see, when you see what is happening in Burkina Faso, do you see the importance of history? I want you to understand something I want to say. Do you see the importance of knowing who you are, knowing your history? Do you see that? But when they erase the history from you, you don't know who you are. You know, that name Burkina Faso is there from their local language. It means people of integrity. That is why a person from Burkina Faso, they call him Burkinabe. It's their local language. That is number one. A person of integrity. And that is what they are living because they understand it. It is their language. A person of integrity. Whereas you want to imitate, you know, our people, mostly imitators. We want to be Europeans. Very sad indeed. Let me tell you, do you know in BRICS, this BR, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The new world order they are trying to create. They are creating, not trying to create. They have created. Do you know that whether Nigeria was allowed there as observer? Do you know the language Nigeria used? They brought there as official Nigeria official language. Do you know it's Hausa? I know now so sopre. Hausa language is being used as Nigeria official language. Do you know the reason? Do you know that they worked for it? When you are calling them, you are illiterate. Simple English, they cannot speak. They are illiterate. You don't know that you are the one that would the illiterates. How questioning their language? How someone will be in Igbo land trying to buy something is him that is buying or selling. You will look for an interpreter, somebody that understands Hausa. Do you understand the sacrifice they made? Even if you hear English, you pretend you don't hear nothing. Speak to him in English. He say, "Kana turba turenchi." You don't know anything. You now that is also you have to go and look for in an Hausa because you don't know that is dominating. You have to look for somebody that maybe you are buying something from him. You are the person that will give him money for him to make a gain. But he don't care. Whether you buy or you don't buy, he don't care. Or he stand on his language. If you know here, I beg. If you know one buy, go. He can suffer. He can stay that day. You no sell. You no care. These are the sacrifices you have to make in order to be great. But we are seeing it as, they are foolish. They are not foolish. We are the people foolish. You go to Hausa land without speaking Hausa in the north. Without speaking Hausa, you can't buy or sell. You can't buy or sell smoothly. So you must learn. Or don't you see? And after I know this struggle, I'm telling you, before I thought that the most gullible and foolish tribe in that zoo called Nigeria. Anywhere we go, I not one how this is. When the time comes, you will see the result. They made Nigerian, and it's rightly so, because they are the people that stand in their language. Whether you want to give them heaven and earth, you cannot speak their language. They tell you I cannot understand. Talk, you don't speak English. I want to dash you money. Tell you, say, if you want to carry your money, go. Me, I know hear English. I speak Hausa. Do you think it's a small sacrifice? when they will be reaping the benefit. You now that once now benefit, mercantile mentality. We want benefit now. What we can eat now. The benefit we can get, the profit now. That is what is worrying us. That is why we are not collective. That because we want the individual gain now. Now, if I put it now, they are saying I should contribute money to IPOB. What is my own gain? Okay, which position will they put me so that I go there give order? That is a mercantile mentality. You are not loyal because you are not trained. You are not loyal. You don't have you are not organized. That's why only Igbo she. If he's marching on the street, you will know that she from zoo they trimmed until this year later he become trained. Even the way he walks, you will understand. Zoo. You will know. So we must understand that there are sacrifices to be made in order to be great as a people. Without no sacrifice, there will be no gain. You can think that you are in a cheat these people. No way. Do you see how they are routing everybody? Do you see? Do you see how they put themselves in position? As revealed by that Olawomi, Kunle Olawunmi. Do you see how they put themselves, position themselves in Asorok? And they have one goal, to control, because Islamization of Nigeria is to be in control. You know, one thing I find out, listen, for your information, one thing I find out about Islam, the people, they are showing that, look, that thing you call God or Allah is powerless. That it is human being, it is organization. That is why they fight for Allah. It is a means of organizing themselves. Ideology to organize themselves so that they can take action if need be. That is what I see in this religion. Organization, means of organizing themselves, and they accept it. But in our own, their so-called Christianity, people thought that it is, a means of getting maybe individual progress. Although it's written in the Bible that also heavenly race is a personal race. In Islam, it's not like that. It's a collective race. Do you see the difference? They see it as what it is. Religion is to organize a people, to be in a bunch, to do so that they can be able to do something as human beings. But in your own religion, you are prophesying, you are proselyting today. They made you to believe that thing, once you enter it, you see God will be doing something for you as an individual. You don't care for your fellow. You see individual race. You see the difference. That is why they station themselves. First of all, the Boko Haram supporters. Have you forgotten Pantami? They open Al Qaeda supporter. He don't hide it. But he was Minister of Digital Communication that has access to the whole need, everybody's information in Nigeria. That's why they are using it in order to. Do you remember, or have you forgotten when an Igbo guy working in the Bureau of Vital Information or Ministry of Statistics or something like that, in that name, National Identification Number Office, he raised alarm on WhatsApp. He said, what I'm seeing is, he said they are using mostly Igbo people's information when you making SIM cards for terrorists, so that you will be in your house, they will come and arrest you that you are a kidnapper or you are a bandit, that they use this is your phone number. You don't know. You say he saw people, many Igbo people that they arrested and dealt with like that. People, innocent people. This is when they are positioning themselves. Whereas you are fighting for one Nigeria. You'll be saying, if I enter, I call him a motivational speaker. No, he's going around saying how he have the capacity to build this. He will grow economy. Britain is laughing at him. They say, in a country we created, you want to come and who will give you that power? Who will give you that power? Even if you enter the power, he's no more OP. He's another thing you are seeing, just a figurehead for your information. He can, if imagine that OP is in office and this thing is happening. All this naira depreciation, they will start killing Igbo people everywhere. They will no longer target Obio as an individual. It will be an Igbo problem. Now, it is the Igbos. Since Tinubu entered, naira today is $1 to 1,800 naira, going to 2,000. Have you ever heard where they say now Yoruba people? Igbo, I don't know when we go to sabi something. Do you ever hear where oratory messages are coming that no, Yoruba people, they are bad, they are evil? Look at that. No, it is Tinubu as an individual. But imagine that is Peter Obi. Imagine Peter Obi is there and this thing is happening. Hey, I say Igbos will be slaughtered, ordinary Igbos. That is how bad it is. They will say the Igbo people, now so they be very bad people. They have destroyed Nigeria. Anywhere they see Igbo, they will start killing you. For you to came here, because Nigeria is not for you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So they stationed themselves, they fixed themselves. Boko Haram supporters, they give them money secretly. They give them money. And they are in the government. They are in Asorok. Today, they have, the man said the center of gravity of tackling Boko Haram is above them. Is above military generals. Because you need to make arrests and you cannot do it. Do you see that? You cannot do it. So when you are talking of Nigeria, Nigeria, know that there are people. Nigeria has an owner, and there is a pathway that they program Nigeria to go. So you cannot do nothing. It's just like 911 that fell break in a slopey area downhill. It's running. You can't do nothing. You put wage, you jump the wage. That is how Nigeria is. Britain programmed it in a way. What is going on today? It is programmed, and it will continue getting worse until the people understand that. Look, we the people inside Nigeria are being used as chess seats, as pounds. Chess seats to get what they want. They don't care about our lives. What matters to Britain and the West and others are the people, the political elites they can use. That is it. And they are rich. Once you enter politics in Nigeria, to an extent, you become rich. Don't you ask yourself why? How? How does he make the money? It's public fund. Until people rise up, and there is the only way. This thing is above. This man said it is above them as military generals. It's something they cannot do, because you can. He said they have 400 people names, which are some are governors as of 3 years ago. This man revealed this thing. He says some are governors now, some are inside Asorok, some are. Can you arrest them? You cannot. They command the military. So they have succeeded in holding everything. Holding everybody hostage. That is why they have the audacity now to come up in the Senate House in order to ask for Sharia to be expanded in the Nigerian Constitution. Don't you hear that clip? Do you see why you have non-Muslims in the north, but do they have representatives? The answer is no. This one say, oh, my name is Idrissa Mustafa, representing a Katangura. You go to Katangura, you see many Christians are there, but they don't have a voice, they don't have representatives. You go to Kaduna, they have many Christians there, but no representatives. The people they force as their representative, political representatives are Muslims. So whatever they talk goes. Do you see how they have taken everybody hostage? It is only Radio Biafra, our restoration will liberate everybody. Because Nigeria is not getting no better. It's getting worse and worse. If you want to bring who is your angel at the Angel Gabriel, bring him, let him come and rule Nigeria. It will be worse upon worse upon worse. Because Britain succeeded in creating a giant African zoo. And the annoyance of how India escaped them is what they are using against Africa in Nigeria. Because they don't want Nigeria to go the path of India, to liberate themselves, reshuffle themselves, and define themselves. They don't want it. That is why anything that happens in Nigeria, Britain will come and know. The first statement is the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. Your unity is your diversity. So before you know, the Fulani, they will ricochet it. Hey, God bring us together. We are Nigerians, but the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. As long as we are all Nigerians, we will fight for our oil until you defeat us, unless you defeat us. So you see, that is the pattern. That is what they created. We being human beings, it is for us to show that we are equal by liberating ourselves. That is what Traore of Burkina Faso is trying to do. Every blessed week, he will escape assassination through poison, through knife, through dagger, through catapult, through gun, every military coup, everything on our own. Because he's fighting a monstrous war like what we are doing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So for you to understand the situation we are in, it is not a childish situation. This is a very serious situation, which it is all of us united we stand. You know, one thing they did to us is dividing us into pieces. And there's something I find out with our people, with us as a people. An Igbo man, you can easily divide an Igbo man. Biafrans in general. We are highly conscious of the names we are being called. You listen to that clip of they are debating about Sharia in Nigerian constitution. One man came out, he's an Igbo man. He mentioned his name, whether he said Onyemuche Amadi, I don't know. I'm a reverse man. Every time he want to talk, he makes sure that he provide I'm reverse man. He makes sure to pinpoint it. I am reverse man. And you ask him reverse. Reverse was created in 1967. His father was not, maybe if he's not old enough, but his father was not a reverse man. Why are we conscious of what we are being called? It is only farm animals, pets, that are conscious of that. You start calling your dog Jimmy. Every day you call him Jimmy. Within 3 days, you start answering that name. After 1 week, you change, you start calling him another thing. Buhari. Call him 1 week, he changed. That is the way we answer. You know that is answering reverse man, Imo man, Anambra man. Come. Which how many houses have you seen? This one will say, no, I am Kaduna Hausa. I'm not Kastina Hausa. Because there are houses in many, or mostly all the northern almost all the northern states. They have houses that are indigenous to not other ethnicities, even if it's few, but they have in most part of the northern states. But you cannot see a Hausa man, a Kano Hausa man say, start discriminating. No, me, I'm Kano Hausa. I'm not a Kasina Hausa. Your people are different. Yeah, we are different. They are not conscious of the state. That is why I say our people, we are primitive up to now. These people have grown more than all these things. They have grown above division through states or anything you call them. They answer. No, they are no more like pets that we answer. This one, anytime he rise up, Mr. Speaker, sir, I am Mr. This from Rivers. I'm a Rivers man. And you start asking, what? does it make, how do you answer Rivers man? Rivers that was created yesterday. Abia said was created when? Was it 1995? I don't know. If I'm not mistaken. We are all one people, for goodness sake. We are one people. Ndimo, go and save yourself. For as I said, this and that will happen. Ndimo, you will see. We are one people, for goodness sake. Let us stop being this, division. That is why Christianity was able to penetrate our families and divided us even to family level. And you start identifying yourself as I am choosing. Who are you? This one will say I'm Assemblies. Who are you? This one will say I'm a Jehovah's Witness. Some things that are foreign that came to our land yesterday. Now we become a dividing factor. Instead of you answering, now forget about all this thing. Person. Why can't we do that? Why? Let us grow. Because we are still primitive. Many of our people, if you are in IPOB, you are removed from primitivity. I'm telling you. You see people that are that when I see some people speak, I want to close my ear. You people that are traditionalists. What is traditionalist? You know that if you are an Igbo man, a German, Yoruba man, you are already a traditionalist. It is natural. It is not something a cult you enter. No, stop this. This is misunderstanding. This is misunderstanding. As long as you are eating a goosey soup, as long as you are eating a rikaiko, you are a traditionalist. As long as, because do you know what? The only place you have a free land is in your community, in your village. In the whole world, there is no place in this world you will go and they just welcome you. Yeah, this is your land. No. It's in your village. So, as long as you have a free land in your village that your father fought for, that your father inherited or you inherited from your father, which means you is traditional. Why are you seeing Omenala as something so strange? It's something a cult or just like a church? This is wrong information, for goodness sake. This is wrong information. Misunderstanding, misinterpretation of everything. As long as you are answering your father's name as an Igbo man, you are a monarch. You are born into a tradition. You will do marriage and you do traditional marriage. Why do we even call it a traditional? You do marriage normally. So what are you demarcating? No. Automatically, once you are born and a German, an Yoruba man, an Igbo man, as a Biafran, you are born into our culture. That is it. Because you will not do without eating swallow. It's impossible. You eat yam. You eat a goosey soup. You eat a ofoha. You have a lobby. You answer Okonkwo as your father name. You have a lobby where you live. You have where you go. Even if during end of the year you go back and say, "This is my home." Now, what are you talking? What are you taking on Menala for? As if it's something extraordinary that is foreign. Now you enter. People go, "India Menala." You are naturally an Omena because you are born into it. That is it. That is why we divide ourselves with our talks, everything, as if we are different sets of people. Rivers man, Delta man, Pig man, this and that man. I am a Bayasan. All these things are created by human being. And you are putting yourself so low by taking it as your overall identity. It's just for political use in Nigeria, nothing more. The same way, you can hardly see Hausa man start bragging about how he is Kaduna Hausa. I'm Kaduna Fulani. I'm not Adamawa Fulani. They are different. Have you seen it? But in our land, it's full. is what we are suffering. That is why when you both see all these things, they call our land slave coast, where people are cheap and primitive, where you can buy human being with any slightest thing. You convince you play with the mindset of people and they kill themselves for you. As a foreigner, you play with the mindset of people. So we need. Let me, as I said, let me read just one more news headline before I open my line. Bandits attack Benue ex-governor Gabriel Soswan's community, kill over 15 residents. Who are these bandits? Fulani terrorists. They are warriors. Remember, Sheikh Gumi called them their warriors. They are in operation. And they are moving on. They are taking communities in the north. What you are hearing from the north, bandit attack, this is just a fraction, 1% of what is happening. They are totally in control of many swaths of land, huge swaths of land in every part of the north. These people you call the bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP, they are playing it low in the Nigerian media. That is the truth. That is the reality. The order was there not to blow out, to tell out what is happening. The same way you have what is happening in Yoruba land. People where I saw on, I think on Mazi Jonathan's platform, Facebook platform, where they are selling slaves, a house, a fake prison, where the large number of people are being returned for selling as slaves, both for money ritual. You cannot hear Nigerian newspaper, Yoruba Gota media to talk about it. If it is in Igbo land, hey, they'll blow it out of proportion. That is why I say we are IPOB. Are we sleeping? These are these things we should be blowing out of proportion. This is our line. Media. Are we called the media warriors for nothing? Let us go to work. When you see this type of news and information and videos, you throw it everywhere. It's like that. Because if what is happening in other places, in Yoruba land, in the north, it is, if it is, unbearable. But they are hiding it. Any slightest thing that happens in the east, they blow it out of proportion. Say IPOB is ESN. That is where they focus. That we are in a media warfare, for goodness sake. Heavy media warfare. So you must be up and doing. Every time. We need to invade the space. I mean the media, social media, any platform. We need to invade. That is the war we are in. So this one is in Benue. They killed 15 residents. Do you know what is 15 people? If there is any terrorist attack in any part of Europe, one person loses his life, the whole world stands still. But in Nigeria, all these things are no longer news because life does not matter in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they see Nigeria as a breeding space for guinea pigs, a breeding space for experimental animals. If you want organs, you go to Nigeria. Want to get up to 10 million or 100 million women to donate their eggs. They come to Nigeria. You remember Nigeria? That is Nigeria. Because Nigeria is good for nothing. And they put it like that. They keep it like that. So that it continues being like that. You see? Where they will be getting their raw materials. Both human or anything. If they want 20,000 heads, fresh heads, they will remember, say, Nigeria is a supplier now. They will know who they contact, and if they want to get 1 million kidneys, fresh kidneys. They will get it immediately under 1 week. They say in Nigeria, no, Nigeria they have it. It's their you know this aquarium where you breed fish. You go there, you see them everywhere. There, you breed fish. The fish are there eating, moving around, but you are breeding it for a purpose. So Nigeria is just like aquarium, British aquarium, where the fish they come, they take meat as they want. It's the aquarium. Anything human being they want aroma wine, female mama, this thing breast. If they want it 1 million pieces, they are Nigeria there. People will be kidnapping people. Nigerian police will be taking people and disappearing them as they want to do to our people. Nigerian police and military, they secretly connive to disappear, to execute our people, which they collected, Biafrans, and we have mentioned their names in the press release. It's there. So we must know that we are endangered species in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we can never excel as a people. Individually, you can be doing well individually, but the individuality means nothing. You go nowhere with it. Unless we as a people, our natural talents will never be developed in Nigeria to the full extent. It's not done. Britain don't want our natural inventing knowledge to be developed in Nigeria. So if Britain builds a car, now you build where they call slave coast before. Oh, if Britain, if they build a metro, underground railway line, now you build. You have the brain, you build it. No, they will not. They will not happy now. You must. If you travel to London, you must now feel that this is heaven. That is the way they want you to feel. That is the way they want you to be. So that they'll be controlling you, making now you see we are doing you well. Look at you you don't even have the capacity to do it in your place. But look at in our place, how about you are working and you are sending money home. That is the impression they want you to have as superior people. For you to always see them the way you see white man as superior. White Jesus, you bow down to him. But in your own, you say Naharuchi, you throw it, you burn it. It's a program. That is what they want you to continue. That mentality is what they want you to continue forever. To have. Forever. When you see them, hey, you see Onyenwegi Jesus. Onyenwegi Jesus. He was a black man on your shoulder like this and now. Yeah, this is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines. But I want to tell us something. We need to brighten up more. We need to brush up more and more in whatever we are doing, because this struggle, this is not a joking matter. This is not a child's play. We're in a very serious business. And we will never be intimidated. We are in a war, media war. We need to invade any space, any media space that is talking jargon against IPOB. Be searching anywhere you see. You invite others in your group or in anyhow you can alert everybody. Now let us go here. Now here they are talking again. I will invade there. They will run. They will even to close that place. They will close it. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the line so that people will start calling in. Do not go away. I'll be right back.
Every time we read that it is against the interests of the people, we will not accept. There are basic principles that must be respected so that we have very good relations. It's not just France with any state. The imperialist states, it's not just France. There are others who hide, but they know what they are doing to us, and we know too. So with all these states, people have to change the formula and respect each other. It's important.
You came to power at a very difficult time for your country. From what we know, the main issues are liberation from neo-colonial dependence and terrorism. To what extent are these two problems related?
Some people asked me, how did you manage to take such a country? I told them, it is my homeland, it is my country. We are not going anywhere. We are not going to exile ourselves. We are not going to be soldiers in other legions elsewhere. Our ancestors have given us land. It is up to us to give the best land to our children. This is a duty. You said that neo-colonialism and terrorism are linked. Terrorism is only a manifestation of neo-colonialism. If you study the history of our country, you will understand that it was prepared. It was very well prepared to colonize us in this way. It is barbaric, it is violent, but it is linked. It is only a manifestation. The fight today is not only for Burkina, it is for all of Africa. The youth is awake. It is our mission to continue to awaken the consciousness and to fight against this neo-colonialism, and to give a better future to our comrades who are struggling to get out of it. If you look at the history of Burkina, for example, you know that during the revolution of Captain Thomas Sankara, look at how our army was. For example, we were very well equipped. Do you know how many tanks we had? Do you know how many reaction tanks we had? How many combat tanks were organized by the army? We were very well equipped. After that, I think a program was imposed on our states. We were told to leave the army and concentrate on other things. We dropped the budget of the army, we reduced the regions to 3, then the equipment. There is no more maintenance. Everything is dead. You can find here in Burkina the traces of these abandoned tanks. There are a lot of things. The planes were ordered by the army to open them. So we destructed our armies. We destroyed our armies. At the same time, we encouraged bad governance. And to this day, it continues. If a leader comes and offers you loans, for example, a loan of 50 billion, you can steal more than half of it, deposit it in their account, invested in their country. And the rest, your partisans, they share that. We don't see any concrete project on the ground. You see, bad governance, we destructed our armies, and then terrorism invites itself to the dance. Terrorism invites itself. We say, you don't have an army, you are weak. We have to come and help you. We come to plant ourselves, but the objective is completely different. So it's a very well-prepared path.
Terrorism is the plague of the Sahel. Defeating it is a question of existence for many states in the region. But why didn't we hear about terrorists during the time of pro-French Blaise Compaoré? And with the change of government, there was an escalation.
There are several factors. I know that there are terrorists who lived here. I know you learned that. Today, the IAEA, the leaders of the UN, they were all here. Many were housed here. That's one thing. You could also see the negative influence that we had in the sub-region, the hostages and all that. You know that it is a means of financing terrorism. Burkina was champion of the liberation of hostages. At what price? I don't know. We watched Mali get involved. We never helped them in this fight because we thought that it was only them. The secession, the separatists who are born and so on, the terrorists. In the end, it is here. So there is this parameter that is there. The other thing is the maintenance of bad governance. As I told you, the imperialists don't like those who think about their people. Because you have to maintain the people in domination, in this poverty, in this situation of fragility, to assist them permanently. And every time you believe that it is not, it has to be them who help you. Otherwise, you can't get by. This is the discourse that is spread every day. And so we need leaders who make this policy. That arranges them. When we come and make you sign certain conventions, we promise you percentages for several years. Anyway, you as a leader, and then maybe your own, you are good. But what about the people? This is what we refuse. We refuse, and we are not in this logic. So there are many parameters that make that maybe he was doing his policy. So there was this stability.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 31st day of October 2024. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line, as you may know, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view on the issue treated on the current affairs, because we must understand where we come from, where we are going, and the type of fight we are in. Therefore, you can call us and give us your view. Our enemies, the colonialists, what they do is they want to present themselves as perpetual assistants, to be helping you perpetually. It's just like when you go, one boy, a bara oga boy, now every time on the nyegi assistance, all year, after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, you are still under him. He's still giving you every assistant. 10 years, you yourself, you are going to be tired. You say, no, I have to be independent. What we are doing is natural something. It's natural. It's natural. If we to say, baby, an egg will mature in the stomach, fertilize in the womb, and stay there, be growing. After 9 months, it wants to come out. It's natural. It cannot stay there forever. So what we are fighting for, it shows maturity, that we are mature enough to be responsible. So why should we be the same thing? IMF will come and help us. They are every time the same story. They are the people telling us how to live our lives. Whereas in Nigeria we have 200 and something million brains, undeveloped, untapped, and we say we are equal. No, we have to do something about it. That's why we are doing what we are doing, to liberate ourselves from this slavery. I have a first caller, Mazi Obasi. Can you hear me? You are the first caller. Mazi Obasi, are you there? No, well, go on, please, go on. You are the first caller, go on.
Please, am I coming up?
Yes, you are.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. It has been a while. I went to Biafra land for some weeks. That's why I haven't been able to call in your program. I have missed it, and I'm glad to be able to call this evening. Good evening from here. My name is S.C. Obasi, calling from Ghana. Like you said in your broadcast, this is a media war. In the past few days, we have been on Twitter space for hours and hours and hours on a daily basis. And I can assure you that there are people who are genuinely confused, and there are people who are misinformed. And it is our responsibility to be in those spaces, to be in any platform, to make sure that these people are being educated. Many people were able to meet on the space, did not know, because they have chosen to sit on the fence, They have chosen to listen only to the narrative of the enemies. They did not know there was a distinction between the agent provocateurs who are committing all the crimes and actually taking responsibility for their crimes, and the IPOB who have the mandate to not only protect our people but to ensure the total liberation of the Biafran people. So many of them do not know. They make statements and put everything in one basket, and we were there to clarify. And in subsequent life, I met some of them. They were now speaking in a certain way that shows they know that there is no difference, and that there is no reason to tag somebody else with a crime that has been committed by another person, and of which are taking responsibility. That is, and call on other people to will be out, and people will be known for. Concerning the Nigerian factor, well, the other time I was on the Plateau State website, the official Plateau State website, the plateaustate.gov.ng, and if you go there, you see the people's profile, the tribes that are listed on that website. I was born and raised in Plateau, so I'm familiar with at least majority of the tribes in Plateau. And you see that they've mentioned so many tribes here. Some of them now don't even exist really anymore because the Piapun, the Montauk people, you can't even really find them. Probably the Ngas Birom are still there because they are in majority. But a lot of tribe, a lot of ethnic group in Plateau are already gone. And if you look at it towards the end, after they have listed the real people of Plateau, they now added Fulani/Kanuri, and they said these people are in Wasei, local Wasei. Now, if you look at all the places that listed this other tribe, there is no other tribe in that website that was listed and linked to any local government or any town in Plateau State. They just listed those tribes. But when it comes to Fulani and Kanuri, they now said in Wasei. Wasei is never a Fulani land. And the people who did this to this website have created problems for the generations yet to come. Fulani, we all know, are not indigenous to any place in Nigeria. And yet, these people were cowardice enough to put this name on their platform because Fulani have conquered not only Wasei, they have conquered Wasei, they have conquered Wadata, they have conquered Adinkowa, they have conquered so many places in that axis, including Yerwa and many other places. And this is what IPOB has come to ensure that it does not happen in our land. We are travelers. We have lived in many places. Like I said, I was born in Plateau. Many of us are born in different parts and grow up there, get married there, live there for long. We never claim to be from there. We always go home. And we are protecting the integrity of our land so that tomorrow, the Fulani man will not come and tell me that he is from Molo, or he is from Okigwe, or he is from Enugu, or he is from Ngaba. That is what IPOB is doing, and we must be there to support in every means and in every way that we can, even if it is just to join certain platform to make sure that our voice is heard and is heard properly. The year is coming to an end. A lot of things will come to an end with this year, whether the enemies like it or not. Some of those things we will not list them, but we know certain things will come to an end in this year, and we must participate in ensuring that it comes to an end. One of it is the solitary confinement of our leader. One of it is the tagging of IPOB for an activity or for crime that they did not commit. One of it is people trying to usurp authority where they have none, confusing our people. I was in the homeland. I speak with few people, and I see some of them being misinformed. Some of them being told certain things that are clearly not true. But that is how gullible our people can be. Because when you give them half information and they make it sound like the other remaining information cannot be told to them now, and then you laugh about it and say, don't worry, you will find out later. If I told you this, you will not believe it. That is all they need to do, and they foolishly follow. Anybody who tell you something and tell you, if I tell you what these people do, you will not believe it. Tell him to tell you, so that you will choose if you believe it or not. Why does the person think you will not believe it? Nobody should give you half-baked information and then confuse you with some antics that we have learned from our Christian brothers, and then tell you that they, just believe. That is not who we are. We are Biafrans, and we must ensure that we protect the integrity that we are known for. Let's ask questions. Let's dig deep. Let us ask questions. If somebody is telling something you don't believe, ask him questions. We are here. Somebody was on a space saying that IPOB does not exist anymore. ESN does not exist anymore. And when he's asked about the crime that they are committed, he turned around and said they should ask IPOB. And then I asked him, if we don't exist, who should they now ask? And these are the simple things these idiots are using everywhere and confusing people and saying something doesn't exist and all these things. And sadly enough, some of us are being so docile. You can call us any Fulani man in the future to list his or her name as a tribe or as ethnic group in Biafra land. It's not going to happen. We have come and we have come. Nothing is going to change it. I've always said this, for the first time, Biafrans now have a voice, and this voice cannot be quenched by anybody. Mazi Jonathan, this is a little I have to say today.
Mazi, thank you very much. We must continue. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi GK, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp once again. Mazi GK, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi GK, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Mazi GK? No, you are reconnecting. Caller on Signal, please go on. Can you hear me? Call on Signal. Caller on Signal, please. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
We are in a great mess. There is no doubt about that, and a lot have been said about it. And this is about our 12 or 13, 14 years on saying all of these things. I guess and I would not want to start, going on the path of talking about how we have been in this mess and how the mess has been, how it has been affecting us. I would not want to go towards that path, because as we always talk that we should act and show civilization, or that we are civilized. So that is in the part I want to say. That is this saying. I say that they preach, they will not come to a place and say the conclusion of the whole matter. They will say, fear God and keep His commandment. That is the part I want to say. Most of us have been in this very place. I think this is the time to activate our that zealousness in us. Every one of us to wake up, because there have been this question in the mouth of our people, or saying that can the IPA be named? Why IPA made this one? I want you to go to those people that have been asking you those questions and tell them, yes, IPA be made. There are so many countries now that their ESN contribution is coming, and that is where our strength lies. Because you see this very ESN, you see this very establishment, IPOB, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, the DOS, this very media outfit, the Radio Biafra and these presenters. These are our strengths. We should fortify them by our contribution. Go and tell them that the US end of year ESN contribution, this thing is coming up. That they should come and do something. That they should come. That we need it. Every one of us, and we also that have been doing our little, contribution, and the rest of them. Go and wreck yourself one day if it's the only thing, because yes, Nigeria is like any day. I say Nigeria, with and so we should contribute as if our life depends on it. As all of this end of year donation contribution of ESN is coming, we should make sure we participate. Not just only us. We go to all those our brothers, our sisters, those ones that have not been listening to Radio Biafra, those ones that have been asking those questions. IPO ESN should go and confront them. Our end of year is coming. Go and tell them, convince them, talk to them how they should do it. If they cannot do it, bring it for them, and come here and tell the presenters and the rest of them. We should not slide. This is where our strength lies. We should make sure we fund everything that everything that we have established. Mazi Jonathan have established for us. Because I don't see any other thing. I don't want to come here and start saying we should leave all of those side and channel our energy where we will be able to go out from this whole mess. Because if we fail in doing this, rescuing ourselves from this very mess, one day, no generation will ever survive it. We are the last generation to remove ourselves from this very mess. We should do the needful by going out, evangelize, tell them of the ESN fundraising that is coming, and also give ourselves that pain. You have to fly in here now. Because if we keep going in this very direction of saying that we fund ourselves, you see, we have a very lovely and formidable organization. The DOS, I top my cap for them. Mazi, I would like to stop here, but what I'm saying that in this very direction of funding our establishment, we shouldn't joke with it. Look at other countries, Russia, they are upping their defense budgets. America, the same thing. One day we should talk in this direction. I want to channel my own energy in that very direction. Thank you so much. One day.
There were. Of course, you are on point, but we should never stop telling ourselves or reminding us where we come from, our history. That is, it is when you hear something you hear today, maybe the same thing. Another person might hear it in 10 years' time and it become a new thing to him or her. It's true. We must continue. Let me tell you, do you see the secret of this religion, Christian religion? Every day, all of us practice it now. That same Bible. Every day you go to you go to Sunday service. Monday you go Bible study. Tuesday you go. Wednesday you go. Every day you go. Still from maybe one chapter will be preached every Sunday or once in a month for 30 years, and you are not tired of hearing it. Do you know why they are doing it? A repetition it becomes, it makes you to understand. It becomes a way of your life to nail it. Both people that are coming that day, because there are more new people every time. So we will never stop preaching what happened to us. We cannot stop it now. As we are saying it, people are, you bubble people up so that we also channel to solution to what happened to us, so that we shall, because once you don't understand, once you don't know history will repeat itself. But once you start understanding what happened to us in the past, now you take precaution. It will warrant you into seeking for solution. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me now? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
I'm there, sir. Mr. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Good evening, sir.
There, Mazi.
It's me, Ejike Ngenan calling from Benue State. It's been a while. I've been trying to pick follow you people up on your this team. I'm very, very grateful for the work you have been doing. At least through your work, I've been educated. I'm back to my roots. With your gospel work you are preaching, at least I can educate some of my brothers in Benue State now. Teaching them about the Biafra, teaching them about going back to our roots. They're all happy. I'm educated and telling them that now the Kalubi in the prison is a great, it's a good thing that has been done to us, that at least some of us are returning back. And Mazi Jonathan also advise you to also preach about us, our children. Now we are giving birth. Let us start naming them Igbo names, to stop giving them English names, because they are affecting us. You understand?
Are you from Benue State, right? Or you are living there?
I'm living there, based in Benue State.
Okay.
I'm born Igbo.
Okay. Go on.
So, some of them doesn't know even how to speak an Igbo language. Even after myself, I go have and this is affecting them psychologically. You understand now, but they don't even know their front and right. You understand? I'm preaching to them every day now. What is your name? I say, please, madam, you go come back to our room, make sure that every December you take the children to their home. At least come home, men and you understand about that at least some more men they know their root, they know everything about their people. You understand? My friend, China will think consume teacher Buddhist, and they are proud of it. You understand now, but we should start calling Chukwukika. That is our own God. We know from the beginning, before the Britain came and give us Jesus Christ, which they are using to scam us till up till now. You understand now, but the other one took one of the person going say, you don't know that coach Jesus Christ. I don't know Jesus Christ. This is Chukwukika, our creator that we worship, the answer that make us to be purified. I see Nambo native daughter. I say I agreed. I say I agree that if I can stand on our own God as Chukwukika Abema, if China can stand on their own God, they can accept. If I stand on my own Chukwukika, we can accept. As I am preaching to you, all my brothers, I'm telling them from today, oh, you're gonna get back to your root. I pray by no. You understand about we did Jesus Christ, you don't love us. We are Jesus Christ like you, but you don't love us. You understand about, and they are showing it in the Gemona Benue State that Eba Negoshimia Kuru. You understand now, but they will tell me that instead they will follow an Igbo man, they will follow a Fulani man, the Hausa man.
And they are killing them. Mazi, don't see how they are slaughtering them, taking over their land. Don't you see that this is a disease? Igbo hatred, they have become a disease in the area to them. That is it.
That year, I went to the IDP bank. IDP bank, they can't push reba.
Mazi, let them perish. Because that is what they deserve. You see the Fulani that is killing everybody. They don't care. Taking over their land, they don't care. What matters to them is how they will deal with Igbo man, this and that. People that are Mazi, program. You see, program is very bad. Once you are program it's very hard to change. Honestly.
I am if business, if they can't go to your place. This is not your land. Oh, this is not our land, but we are contributing. Most of your internal revenue is generated by Igbo people. But still, people don't love us. But tomorrow they want me to follow to your Jesus Christ. But when you reach tomorrow for you to pick an Igbo man, you follow a Hausa man. I don't think I'm going to work with this people. I'm going to go back to Christianity. When you go to secondary school, or when uniform, uniform, make sure that I contributed a lot to you do that. One can tell and them naya from one na kuro corona barajo okay come on get some osoro go also. Na Mazi Jonathan to go move on. That means all that work with this guy will okay boom. You understand, Baba? The thing is so bad. Your people, Mazi Jonathan, thank you. Since I started following this IPOB now, man go my spiritual in na Igbo, na the thing rise up. You rise up every day. I'm making sure that no toto na by and at least my mentality has been changed. I go back to my root, back to my root, baby's honor. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan.
We must continue. Do you see a country that we call our own? You see, do you see these people? They are Christians in the north. The other tribes, non-Fulani tribes, they are being killed. They are even, many of them are even more worse than the Fulani. They are being programmed. I don't know how they have succeeded in programming the mentality of Nigerians to hate Ndebo. I don't know. And our people are suffering everywhere. Look at what our brothers say. Taxes. Heavy taxes. Kwanka. With our people are enduring it. A time comes in your life, you start saying, nah, here I can no longer endure it. Let me follow my dignity. That's why we are calling, come back to Igbo land, come back to Biafra land. Eh? Why do we, why they called us our land, they called us a slave coast? Because we can endure anything just to make money. Eh? There are things you can see, people with dignity say, no, I cannot endure it. Look at these people, they kill them, they are slaughtering them, the Fulani is slaughtering them. But many of them prefer to be with them. That's why I say, I don't hear no outcry against the house or against the Fulani. From all these people. From even indigenous people in the north. They don't know outcry. But they are meant to have venom, be venomous against Ndebo. It's a disease. It's a sickness they give to them. Oh, sickness. That's why we don't pity them. If you see them now, they are meant to be like that. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Mazi Alex, can you hear me? Caller on Mazi Alex, can you hear me? Please go on.
Hello, am I clear?
Yes, go on. You are okay now. Go on.
Okay. Yes, I'm calling from the blessed land of Biafra. Mazi, I must let you know that what you are telling us is reality. Mazi, yes, I can hear you. My name is Alex. I am calling from blessed land of Biafra. There is noise on the background.
There is noise on the background. I don't know whether you are listening from your device or what, but go on. There is no noise here.
No,
go on. Your voice is coming out. Go on.
What you are telling us is reality. We are understanding, and every one of us over here in blessed land of Biafra, we are understanding what you are telling us. See, things are changing, and we are all changing, even our mentality. You see,
Mazi, go on now. Go on now.
Okay. Okay. What? Okay, man.
It's happening. It seems I don't know what is happening. Please. Mazi, you go. Can you hear me? Please go on. Mazi, you go. Mazi, you go. Are you there? No, wait. Mazi, you go was here before you. Please, hold on. Mazi, you go. Are you there? Mazi, you go. Can you hear me? Please, go on. Go on. Go on.
Thank you very much, Wachineka. I salute you for the good job that you are doing. I say, may they continue to give you good health. And may continue to empower all of you that is coming to educate our people. I salute you. I say, may Ndebo Bihadoncha continue to uphold and do guide and protect him. We know that he is in the hands of the enemy. And at the end, we must win. I want to salute Doziem, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and a few of you that I cannot mention your names, all the whole principal officers and the IPOB at large. This is your brother Ugo calling from UK. I salute you from the bottom of my heart. Those of you that is fighting assiduously, those of you that hear Onyendu voice, and those of you who does not gossip. Somebody like me, and I'm a quashing. And in fact, a human being had to give me a question. It's because of our people, Gagashiri. That is where we find ourselves today. Mazi, let me go to the reason why I called. I wanted to, I didn't want to call. I wanted to come down and be listening to our people. My own model of operandi is to see if our people, if they are still getting their sense intact, or they still remain like a guinea pig at any time. That is why sometimes when people come and make sense, I will rejoice. I say, okay, our people is like they are waking up. In the sense of whatever that happened since they kidnapped Onyendu, I still want Chineke, those of you that is listening to my voice from in Biafra, more especially those of you in Biafra land, I still want all of you. You remember when we see us, you call us Chineke. This is Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, Chineke. You know what Chineke means, and when you call that name, when I hear our people speak to one voice, it gives me joy. When Onyendu arrive, I keep seeing our people speaking in one voice, going to their various businesses, come back in their businesses. Our people went to protest in Biafra land. Those of you that is listening to my voice in Biafra land, you remember when you used to go your protests, and some of you will lost your phone. Does the phone down? Did they bring it back to you, or did they take it? I think those phones was brought back for you, and then you find your phone. And when you're the answer is no. That is the mantle of Chineke. I remember when you people always go to your rally, you lost your things, and your things will be brought. They will come and announce it. Mazi, can you hear me? Yes. So they will come to announce it, and then you get your items back. But today, some of you left Mazi Jonathan and start doing something different. Can you do bragging a young one? Or we got in our house, or we not. What Mazi, the reason why I came here, is our brother that come to Benue, that come from Benue. I hear what you say. That's the main thing that makes me to call. These people in Abahu, they have gone. These people in Abahu, it didn't start today that they have been telling them that Igbo man is their enemy, that Igbo man is the problem. Look at the people that, even as I speak to you yesterday, there are some 2 villages they said that the Fulanis are ransacked in the same that Benue. 2 villages or plateau, that area, just yesterday. Now,
The reason why I'm saying this thing because the international community is hearing our voice. Biafrans all over the whole world. Gone are the days he get metro one way bread. No, I don't do it anymore. He don't want kodoman kiyagekwe. Ki haya arin go kubugi because the worst thing not get me we kubugi. I met all of these people bread. Me also give Jana IDP or don't go emetrola here bread. Gone are the days I no. One whole Canada. I get when you hate on you. When you hate Biafrans, who will hate you to hell with how let them all of them Fulani ransack their village and let them go to IGP and the road to hell. When you hate my people, I will hate you. Instead of how and when I say instead of them to follow you and they follow plan. Why can't they follow? Why can't them now go away from IGP camp and go to their ancestral land? Because Fulanis have renamed it. These people are cowards. You know? Okay, stop giving them your items. Don't give them your items. Show these people no mercy because they don't deserve it. One of the days we will come and be petting worse. I don't pet worse. I say it the way it is. I say it the way it is. The same way I was encroached by some what did they call them church people here 2 days ago. They came, these people on the church. I encouraged them, then I talk sense into them. In fact, all for the Bible Hajj. Come to me, I tell them what I have in my mind. They like this. This is how much in them they cannot train us. And before I go, let me tell our people something. Let me to see these people better. My only worry is Biafra land has to be secured. That's the only thing. If Biafra land is secured, because our commander, these killers, murderers, but on our land, they are there. I want to know Kashimre Naba, where they are going now, shooting our people. If they're trying to take your thing, you don't give it. They shoot the person. Who are these people? Do you think an Igbo man will come out and open fire on their own brothers? Because these are Fulanis now, and there's military checkpoint everywhere, and they are killing they are roaming freely. All burn our people. This thing in our land now is as a result of Agamanti Yagano, Agebu, Ebuni. When you are telling the head, when you are telling the ear, calm down. If you refuse, anytime they want to cut off, they will cut both the head off together. Because our people guarantee what the GOS was telling them. This is from listening to this criminal, this Eperima. Our people are Jew. I can know where the problem. Everybody should be done on my today. They want to rewrite, they want to go out and say that IPOB were a fraction. And we are bombarding them anywhere. When they bring their agent on TV to come and talk rubbish, we go there. You ask Igwe. Oh, what I share me. Why IPOB to BBC? What is wrong with our people? I tell them the only thing in trouble, let's protect Biafra land and chase away all these criminals. Anybody happy then our people now when they try to, your brothers try to correct you. No, Boko India Kamas in the Kano Sigibia. Half one hour watch it on social media. Now, say that near one can, near this, Yagi Butregi fighter jet. He will bring ammunition for you, he will bring aircraft. See today, where is it? Why is our people? They haven't done what you do like this. Why is our people? If it is Mazi the Kano, or Tina Sanwolu, or Mazi Doziem, Brana Guno, Nage Buten fighter jet, Age Buten warship. Ndi will be questioning him right now. You people will share them on social media. But one coward somewhere in one dirty room in Finland. Put on social media now in the expenses of the blood of our people. They put that is helped by our own people in Europe. A riffraff a buffoon. Nobody knows where he came from. Uno na kwere ya aka, one etinye ala Igbo n'ọgba. Chosie ka enwe ala Igbo wuruzie no go area. Look at Olu today. Mazi, let me leave it here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
There were Mazi. There were. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Yes. Yeah. Please, can you lower, off your listening device? Mazi, please go on. There were.
Precise. So I actually want to let us understand something. You people have done the whole thing already. The director of state, it's not that IPOB have perfected everything. I think the only thing that is bringing all the human animal incarnate in the ecological Nigeria down from, jumping up or maybe acting the right way is that words of envy and jealousy and hatred for to take up or water, a traditional native drug for us having us. So one elder man, they were two. So they showed that the man never wanted to, or I said, Daddy, why are you always saying that the youth have gone wrong way, they don't want to follow the ways of God? I want you to explain this for what have we done, which of this set of our father that can revive us back again. Let's go back and
I didn't understand.
We have done this.
Can you repeat your question?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I say repeat your question. It was not clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I say repeat. Yes, repeat your question. It was not clear, please. Go on. I'm hearing you. I can catch you.
Okay. What I'm saying is that just a few.
As you know, your network is very poor. No.
Also down. Why I'm saying is that I was traveling. So
No, I cannot continue. Honestly, cannot get you. Mazi, caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go. You be the last caller. Caller on signal. Are you there? Caller on signal. Are you there? There we go. Go on. Once
all right, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir. My name is Mazi Fanyi. Mazi Fanyi calling from his location. Mazi, your topic this night is very, very wonderful. May Biafra strength you all the days of your life. Mazi, to tell you the fact, our people, in fact, let me just say it in this way. I could remember when our leader went to a meeting with the World Igbo Congress. Just only what our leader says. You see how our people was reacting, calling our leader warmonger, calling our leader all sort of names. But just look at our people. I don't know whether sometimes I don't blame them, because what makes our people to reason like animal is just because of this religion. It's the religion that makes our people to reason like animal. Because during the time that they brought this religion, our people failed to ask questions, and that is why the thing is affecting us mentally, and otherwise everywhere is affecting us, and that is why we can never go far. That is our problem, because even that our people ask questions about the religion. By now, somebody cannot stay in a one place promising them that he will bring launch a private jet, launch this and that. In fact, sometimes I don't know whether our people, I don't know. In fact, I don't know. Concerning our media war, yesterday I wanted to talk about trying to encourage our media to buckle up and get ready to stand to any bagger that trying to lynch this great family, link this our great family to criminality and the terrorists in Finland. Mazi, we will descend on those people. We are on ground, and also we are in the media doing the work. We can never allow anybody to mess up with the IPOB name, the place of linking this IPOB name with the terrorists or anything else which they are thinking of. We can never allow that radio station. We must descend on them. I'm ready from now until the kingdom come to descend in any media that can we come out and talk here about this movement or talk here about this IPOB. Mazi, we can never allow them. Mazi, may God bless you. We must continue. There's no going back until Biafra is achieved. Going up from there, Mazi. Thank you for good work.
Mazi. And this is where I'm going to switch off the phones. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. We have gone so far, this far. We have gone to the point of no return. They auditioned our leader in order to destroy IPOB. They couldn't. They stoked up criminality, start targeting it at IPOB. They could not. Now propaganda, going with propaganda, everything. It tells you that we are equal to the task. And our people that follows only propaganda should understand that whatever you don't hear on Radio Biafra, it is not reality. Is it not what Mazi Nnamdi have been hammering on? He said, can you handle propaganda? You know our people are sentimental. We have been saying this. Our people are highly sentimental set of human beings. They rush things. They rush come. And with that rush, after you see them disappointed and rush go. They are not always grounded ideologically in what they are doing. That is why IPOB is different, and that is what we are doing. In order to ground ourselves in this ideology of self-determination, Biafra as our religion. That is it. It's an ideology. Once you are not grounded, you can be blown off by breeze, by gossip, by any side talk. That is the danger. Now I'm confused. I don't know what is happening. That is what the people are doing. No, people are confused. People are genuinely. What do you listen? Why do you listen to Radio Biafra? Or is it any crap that comes out? You start pursuing it in order to listen? No. Why not come back to the source? The rallying point has been this Radio Biafra London, where you tune in and start listening. Once you're a student of Radio Biafra, you will never be deceived. It doesn't matter whatever it takes. Radio Biafra is running 24/7 with repeated programs. You learn. You can never grow above listening to Radio Biafra. You learn every day, and you get authentic information. Once you say now you are tired, you don't no more listen. But you go church from childhood till today, you are still going and learning from the same Bible you have read 10 times in your lifetime. You are still going to read it. One chapter you will be interpreted to you 1,000 times. Why is it so? in order to put you to form it as an ideology to be part of you. That is why Radio Biafra is very important. In order for you to be listening, to learn, to build that ideology in you so that you become infallible, you become indestructible as an IPOB. No propaganda can ever shake you. That is it. But once you start distancing yourself from the source, from the gathering point, nature abhors vacuums. Gossips will be filtering in. Before you know, you say, nah, stop it, nah, I don't even know again. You start doubting. That is where it comes from. Doubt. You start doubting because you refuse to continue with the reality. Now, doubts will take over in your head. And that is where you start from both sides of your mouth. Now, what the EPOB is doing? What are you doing to contribute in what you are doing? It's a challenge. Judge yourself first before you start judging IPOB leadership. Therefore, we must continue making Biafra to be our religion. Biafra is our ideology. Biafra is everything we have. We will continue until Biafra is restored. No going back because there is no back to go to. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media, IPOB Call to Action, Biafrans Return to Farming, Invest in Agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production, food self-sufficiency, or the ability of a nation to feed its own people from its own resources, plays a pivotal role in securing a country's future. It's more than just filling our bellies. It's about nourishing our economy, our workforce, and our independence. Imagine being at the mercy of external sources for your daily bread. It's like a constant game of tug-of-war at where your sustenance is the rope. Any moment the balance could tip and you'd be left scrambling for resources. This reliance could pose potential threats to national security and economic stability. Outsourcing our food needs puts us in a vulnerable position, susceptible to price hikes, supply chain disruptions, or even political manipulations. But let's flip the coin and look at the benefits of self-sufficiency in food production. Firstly, it empowers our economy. When we invest in agriculture, we're not just planting seeds in the soil, we're sowing the seeds of economic growth. The farm-to-table journey involves many hands, from farmers to transporters, from retailers to restaurateurs. Each link in this chain represents a job, a livelihood, a boost to our economy. Secondly, it ensures food security. By growing our own food, we can control the quality and quantity of our produce. We're also less likely to experience food shortages, ensuring that no one in our community goes to bed hungry. Lastly, it promotes sustainability. Agriculture done right can be a tool for environmental conservation, preserving our land's fertility for future generations. So you see, self-sufficiency in food production is not just a matter of pride. It's a matter of survival, of economic prosperity, and of national security. Understanding the importance of food self-sufficiency sets the stage for our discussion on the call to action from IPOB. Recently, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, called on Biafrans to return to farming and invest heavily in agriculture. This is not just a call to action, but a clarion call for survival and self-sufficiency. The world is on the brink of a food crisis, and Nigeria is no exception. An impending famine looms large, threatening to cast a dark shadow over the land. But here's the thing. Biafrans are not destined to be victims, but victors. IPOB, led by the indomitable Mazi Kanu, believes that Biafra has the means and the fertile lands to avert this impending danger. This call to action isn't just about planting seeds in the ground, but planting seeds of hope, resilience,